It sounds like they just ran our old one through AI.
It's an actual guy.
Not into it. We're gonna do a new one. That's it. Hey, yo! What it is, Duke City. Welcome to 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Welcome to Two Men On. Welcome to Sadie's on 4th Street, the best food in town, the best New Mexican food in the history of the universe. Undefeated, unrivaled, just like Zay's Hunger right now, who walked into this building, Isaiah Johnson sitting across from me in the bar at Sadie's on 4th Street. You immediately started asking about the menu.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this. I knew I'd be here. I've been thinking about it.
You didn't even say hi. You didn't even say hello. You didn't even say, hey, Van, missed you the last few days. How you feeling? Like, you still okay? You hanging in there, buddy? Nothing. You're like, what should I order today, Van? Should I get red or green, Van?
Yeah, chicken fried steak or enchilada. That was the first question. But the second question I think ask how you were feeling, if you were doing all right. Ask how things were going.
Thank you. Friends of the show out there who are wondering, I was a little under the weather the last 4 days. Missed the program Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And for the OG friends of the show, you might know that, one, my voice is a little off. You might be able to tell that. Those listening on the internet will be happy to know that we got our audio fixed. But those who are back in the house, I'm back in the house. I'm not going to sound like I normally do. I might have to take a couple cough breaks throughout the show to little DJ Cool, let me clear my throat. But I'm back in the house, baby. I got a few days off. I'm rested. I'm ready to knock out Thursday and Friday, and I'm ready for next week as the boys go to New Orleans, Louisiana for Super Bowl licks.
That's going to be something. I can't wait to see the interviews. I know you guys are going to pull. I know it's going to be fun. And I'm glad this happened this week instead of next week. So you're able to actually go out, do your whole ordeal, rile some people up like I know you're gonna out there.
Yeah, so we're the cool kids table.
Yeah.
Every time we go out to Radio Row at Super Bowl, like we have booze, we have delicious Sadie's chips and salsa. Recreational cannabis is illegal in Louisiana, so we won't have cannabis products this year. So no cannabis this year. Sorry, athletes and actors and rappers. We're not giving away weed this year. We got great.
So that was a thing.
The last 3 years we have given away cannabis products. We got delicious Teller vodka products coming to you, New Orleans, Louisiana. We got delicious Sadie's chips and salsa and other cool stuff coming out with us, and we're ready and having a lot of fun doing it. Carlos Tenorio, I like your afro, dude. It's looking really good, man.
Thank you. I definitely need a haircut. 100%. It's killing me.
I got
that appointment scheduled.
I got a couple barbers and a couple stylists. Like, what are you looking to do? Like an old school trim? Like, do you want to get styled? You thinking Jerry curl? We're gonna go soul. We're gonna do soul glow on you. What are you thinking, man?
If I could, my dad was in the military, so I always grew up with the high and tight, fade. So I've always had that since I was a kid. That's the winter chicken dinner right there. So we'll go back to the one on top, the two on top, and the one on the side fade coming up next week. Finally get into my barber shop.
All right, so you're going to do a hard line around the side, or you're going to fade it in?
Oh, it's going to be faded in. My barber does a fantastic
If you're just going to do a 2 and a 1, I will do it for you. I have clippers and the ability.
The relationship between a man and his barber.
It's very important.
It's unparalleled.
You don't have a barber. You have a guy who shaves your head.
I've been going to this guy since I want to say in kindergarten. So 2 years ago.
If you go to a different barber, they look at it like you cheated.
Yeah, it doesn't. And Conrad's been the only barber that's been for me. So since I've been in kindergarten, so it's been quite some time. We're talking 2008. I want to say is when I was in kindergarten.
Is the culture present at your barber? Is it like Zay's barbershop where he learned how to be a man in his barbershop?
Well, my barber is actually a former MMA fighter and does stunts in Hollywood. So that's where he's been. That's why my hair looks the way it does. He's been filming a movie out in LA. So yeah, there's a good culture there. He has some shop dogs, usually some bulldogs, and they're always
Actually, you talk about actual dogs because I don't know.
Actual
I don't
dogs,
know
yeah.
like Hispanic / Mexican barbershop slang.
Yeah, no, actual bulldogs there, and it's always a good time. I remember the first one. Her name was Pearl, and I got my bulldog when I was a kid from my barber, and he's a great guy. Love that guy. Will never cheat on him.
When you say shop dogs, like I just immediately thought like one guy who sells cheap pre-rolls, like one guy who can take some bets, like one guy who can get some other stuff done. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Sell the remote control car
want,
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. There. If you want to know what's going on, you gotta go to my barber, man.
Yeah. You need a new mattress, fool? I got you.
Can't share all the secrets that go on at Conrad's barbershop.
What do you guys?
Let's just say it fell off the back of the truck, eh?
What do you guys think about these barbers that are starting to charge $100 for a cut?
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Like, and they get enough people that do it, so therefore they feel like it's something they are allowed to keep doing, and there's nothing wrong with it because they get traffic with it. $100 for a haircut?
That's ridiculous. Those people are going to end up in Trump's new concentration camp in Guantanamo. Anyone who charges $100 or more for a haircut, you're going to Guantanamo.
It's a crime.
Barely, my barber felt bad for raising prices $28 and $35.
Wow.
That's just kind of how it was, and I still pay that price for him, and it's quality for sure. There's definitely barbers where I can pay $10, but
$35 to shave your head, Carlos?
No. That's not for my haircut. He does different styles.
Okay,
$40 is a max.
$40 a max, and then obviously I tip Conrad pretty well.
A 2-to-1 fade. If you're not doing like a hot shave, $15, $5 tip.
Oh wow!
You can't charge. You can't morally charge anyone more than that. That takes 8 minutes.
About what I do.
But some of these barbers nowadays are going from that 1 to 2. They're going 1 1/4. They're doing their own little flick tactics. They're going different angles in their mind, making it a much smoother fade.
Yeah,
I think that's where the money comes in, where they feel like they can really make it look smooth.
He does a fantastic job, making it feel smooth and look smooth and clean. So I will until he retires. And even then, I said if I ever make it big enough, you'll have to come shave my hair. That's never gonna happen. I work in radio, so yeah.
So I'll let the cat out of the bag right now. I used to cut my hair. I still do, but I used to too. So I used to cut my hair like when I was you guys' age.
Yeah.
When I was like right after high school, and then when I was right after high school, and then like all through college to save money on stuff. And I'd cut my own hair, and I'd cut my friend's hair, obviously for beer money.
There you go.
I only had enough money to like buy like packets of frozen Tyson chicken and ramen noodles. So like that's all I could afford to live off of.
That's why I need to start buying.
So if I want to have fun on the weekends, I had to find creative ways to make money. So I would cut my own hair to save money. I'd cut my friend's hair for obviously, alcohol and drugs because, I made awful decisions around those times.
Yeah.
And I developed a skill set like doing hair.
So you can actually do it.
For real.
So he's not just joking about being able
No,
to
I'm not kidding.
Carlos.
Like I can cut men's hair. I could cut women's hair. I do mine like right now. Like,
yeah, you have a nice.
I got sick of going to the barber here. Like for the viewers at home, like I'll show you how sexy I am.
It's good. Oh, we'll describe it.
A nice little.
It's red. It's great.
Yeah, baby.
You see, why don't you open up your own shop, man? I can see a business venture here.
Well, I mean, for the reason you guys just mentioned, that the market is flooded. If people are willing to pay $100 for a haircut, like now that's enticing me to get back in. But I just assume that like all barbershops, especially barbershops with like old English lettering on them in Albuquerque, those are all just drug fronts. Those are all money laundering operations.
You don't know Conrad.
There are way too many barbershops like in the South Valley, in the war zone,
Yeah, there's a
up
lot.
and down Central. Like, how are all these barbershops like in operation? This makes no sense.
Campus barber across the street from the university. I've heard horror stories about that.
Really?
That barber shop. There was a joke. It depended on what time you got there, depending on how many beverages your barber had. So the more beverages he had, the better the haircut.
Oh, the better the haircut?
Better the haircut.
Is it like when I play pool? Like there's a Goldilocks zone, like in between like 2 beers and 5 beers?
I guess so. I don't know. I've
Yeah.
never gotten kicked out of press club with you, so I wouldn't know. So
Well, I've yet to get kicked out of press club, my friends.
Well, they've
Sorry,
stopped
sorry.
us from getting in
There's
there.
some other fine establishments in town I've been asked to kindly leave. Press club has not been one of them.
They've stopped us from getting in there before. I know that. For sure.
That did happen. Yeah,
I'll forever remember that about Press Club.
yeah.
happens to the best.
Well, it was after last call in their defense.
They weren't trying to be rude. You know.
You know, there's a restaurant that the station's actually connected with, so I won't name drop them as I tell the story.
Okay.
But I got a little gift certificate that's posted $25. I'm supposed to be able to use it. I'm reading it. I'm following the rules. No expiration date. And this is last night, and I'm like, okay, I don't feel like spending any money, so I'll use a gift certificate. I call in the place to call in the order so it can be ready when I get there. They close in 30 minutes, and the guy on the phone just starts giving me a lecture about how if people keep coming in using these, it's dine-in only. I'm looking at the gift certificate, like it says dine-in nowhere on it. And he's like, oh, no, it doesn't matter. It hangs up on me.
Whoa.
Like, you know what? I don't want your gyros anyways.
Oh no!
Oh,
wow!
I won't go any further than that. You have to pay me.
To look over to the KKOB side and wonder.
I've never heard gyro before.
Gyro.
Most people either mispronounce it gyro or hero.
I heard gyro before.
Okay,
gyro.
that's right. That's like one syllable of each.
Yeah.
One's correct, one's incorrect. You picked one correct one and one incorrect one and smashed them together. Cool.
Safe is best.
Cool.
And it did a great job.
Yeah, it's the safest way to do it. That's how you don't go too.
These are not the droids you were looking for.
So let me tell you how you fix this, Zay. You show up to the restaurant. You say, hey, I'm on my way. I'm going to dine in. Will you prepare this for me? He brings it to the table. Take one bite. Say, I need a to-go box, sir. I'm done dining in.
Cool.
Yeah.
Jerk and leave.
Take a bite of, like, if they have like a pickle on the side, just eat the pickle. And be
Yeah,
like, all
take
right,
a bite of the pickle.
oh shoot, I forgot I have this.
That's a great
At this
idea.
time, Dancing with the Stars is on. You gotta
All right.
go home.
Speaking of good food, we got good food and good sports and sports adjacent talk for you all day today. When we get back, Zay Johnson live reacts to his first bites of Sadie's enchiladas.
Christmas, I might add.
Sports and enchilada talk when we get back. You're listening to 2 Men On 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal. Welcome back, Duke City. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to Two Men On. Welcome back to 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal. Fred's not here. It's a Fredless Thursday on the program. He's doing big things with his day job, raising money to help kids. Cool thing to do, if you ask me.
Sounds nice.
Lucky for me, I got super producer Zay Johnson. And then the dude that he got his style from, Carlos Tenorio, back at the studio.
This is a
Yes,
fact.
sir.
This is a fact.
All right, Zay. We're at Sadie's on 4th Street. 2 weeks ago, you had your first New Mexican tamales.
Yes.
First tamales, period.
Yes.
And now, right now, you just started digging into some Sadie's on 4th Street Christmas chicken enchiladas.
Yeah.
I'm a regular cheese enchilada guy. No big deal. I'm old school. El Clasico. Forget about it. But you, what do you think about your first soiree with Sadie's enchiladas?
It is an absolute 10 out of 10. Absolute 10 out of 10. I have no complaints. I'm actually in shock. And, Sadie's was the first place that that really got me into the green chili. The green chili, the red chili. And eating this, it just refreshes my memory.
Nice.
That's exactly
that's
why
nice.
I came here all the way. It's exactly why I came here all the way thinking about this first. That's why I unintentionally didn't ask you about how you were feeling.
Very rude.
But didn't you say there's like something that's really actually like addictive to like green chili or something?
Yeah,
like that,
it's
or?
green chili releases dopamine and norepinephrine.
So
That's the happiness drugs in your brain. So it
yeah.
literally makes you happy.
Yeah, I think that's why I was coming here
Yeah.
fiending.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was fiending.
Yeah, you're having a withdrawal symptoms.
Yeah.
You pulled up into the parking lot and your brain remembered how delicious it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
You stepped through the front door. You got everything in your olfactory system. You
Mhm.
smelt all the smells.
Yes.
Then you got the chills, and I saw you were kind of shaking when you sat down too. Like, yeah, you really needed it.
Because I'm sitting in the same spot I was sitting in.
Yeah.
I walked through the same doors I walked through. But the only thing I was missing was this.
Excellent. All right. Well, I'm glad that you're turning the corner way faster than Fred did.
Yeah.
It took Fred like 4 years to even eat mild green chili. Here
Oof.
you are having Christmas enchiladas
Yeah.
at the mecca of New Mexican food.
When I ask for suggestions on what to get, people are like, I wouldn't get the Christmas. It's going to be a little overwhelming for you. I'm like, let's try it out.
Or no, you said just the green. Because
Yes.
usually traditionally you do like beef or pork with red, and like chicken or light pork, white pork with green.
Okay.
So that's why they said if you're going to do chicken, do green. And then he was like, I don't know if you want straight green. Let's have a little red in there to calm you down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then it sounds like next time I come here, I have to get the all green.
You're
a challenge.
you're bringing a tear to an eye of a 16-year Bucano here who sees another transplant taken to this so fast.
Yeah, I'm indulged now.
Carlos, I don't know if you've heard this story before, but both sides of my family are from New Mexico. But I was born and raised right outside of Houston, Texas. So my parents would have their parents freeze dry and overnight 2 bushels of green and a bushel of red down to Houston
Oh my.
every year. So we could have a little piece of New Mexico in Texas. And so we tried to turn, all of our friends and neighbors and coworkers, et cetera, onto New Mexican food. And it took off. So
There you go.
there's like one little pocket in South Houston
Nice.
that craves New Mexican food, like New Mexicans crave New Mexican food.
As everyone should, I think many Burgueños and Nuevo Mexicanos can attest to this. When you go somewhere and you're eating chili and it doesn't taste the same. I went to Casa Bonita a few weekends ago and they had green chili enchiladas is how they advertised it. So I asked the waiter very, very kindly. I don't think I was being rude, but
Sure.
where do you guys get your green chili from? Because people get it from Pueblo, and that's a sin. And then you get yours from Hatch, and that's the right way to do it.
It's Timu green chili.
Timu, yeah, it's like Utah State. It's like it's Timu BYU. Well, that's Timu Hatch there in Pueblo. And the guy said, "Well, we make it." I said, Yeah, that's great. I'm glad you make it here, but where do you
Out of
outsource it?
out of what?
And he goes, I don't know. And I was like, just get me cheese enchiladas. No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
And he called it green sauce, and that was my first cue.
Yes.
I've always
It
thought
was,
just like
different.
that's the one knock on Casa Bonita was that. But
Well, that's Mexican food. It's not New Mexican food.
there's a
but
difference.
sauce.
Oh, big
Green
difference, friend.
sauce? Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't there that seems like it's got to be a good idea, especially for someone who lives here, because coming from Illinois, you don't even really understand or know how heavy the green chili culture is here and red chili culture.
Yeah.
So if you just had some sort of connection to say, like you said for Texas, and then you had someone there and you get them addicted to it, and then you just start your own little thing, because that doesn't exist. And the suburbs of Chicago, where I went to college before I moved out here to New Mexico, they have a lot of Mexican restaurants, but you don't see anything about Mexican chili, and especially not New Mexican. In Chicago, I guess, like, if you go off percentage, they are, I think, they're number 2 in America in the population of Mexicans, Latinos.
Right.
And there's not like a green chili market there, really.
Well, it sounds like a business venture.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I just kind of
New Mexican in Chicago. I'm going to Google this at the commercial break. So, I mean, Pueblo tries to get some heat for their heat,
some
which they do not. But if you've had Anaheim chilies before, right?
No, what are those?
So Anaheim chilies are an offshoot of New Mexican green chilies, literally grown in Anaheim, California. Felipe Garcia, is that the guy's name? Come on, brain.
The closest thing I ever saw to green chili.
Felipe
I
Garcia,
jalapenos.
Fabian Garcia, the chili scientist who him and a bunch of students kind of modernized green chili in New Mexico State. Took one of his favorite blends of chilies out to Anaheim, California, and started it.
Really?
So,
Wow.
you'll see. It's the same dude who invented the modern New Mexican green chili. Took one of his pods out to Anaheim, California. It's not as spicy, and it's a little wider. It's a little meatier.
Okay. That's
so
important.
yeah, so Anaheim chilies
Wider and meatier.
Anaheim chilies in California are closer to New Mexican green chilies than the Pueblo green chilies in Colorado are closer to
So help me out. What just tastes so different about it? You're like, oh, this isn't the same. Is it not as spicy? Is there? I don't know if I've.
What do you mean, like New Mexican green, like Hatch green versus Anaheim?
No, versus like if you, like why Pueblo is why it's just looked at such a knockoff.
It's a different varietal. It doesn't have as much character. It's not as thick. I mean, it's neither as flavorful or spicy.
Not for me.
The key important thing with chili is having, a dry, rough climate where nothing grows except that. I mean, that's the golden point of chili. The more drought-stricken the area is, the hotter it is, the hotter the chili's going to be.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think it was. Hold on 1 second. We got a caller coming in. Chili talk.
Yeah,
chili expert here.
Someone's about to inform us on the difference and why it's.
Is it somebody from Fabian Garcia's family? Let's see. I hope somebody in the horticulture department at New Mexico State Albuquerque branch, maybe.
Yeah, it's like in Illinois, the only type of spicy when you go to Mexican is jalapenos.
Yeah, that's it.
Spicy sauces and jalapenos. There's no green chili. And, the town I'm from, there's be a really good market there because Bloomington, Illinois, it's actually anytime you watch like a State Farm commercial, hear anything about State Farm, it always says headquarters in Bloomington, Illinois. It might still be first, but they have the most restaurants like per person or per square foot in the city,
right,
in the country. And they have so many restaurants all over the place, and you never hear anything about New Mexican green chili, but people love spices there.
I bet. I'm going to do some research during the commercial break. Also, after the commercial break, we'll start talking sports. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk sports. We did haircuts. We did chili. Let's go ahead and talk some sports on this program when we get back. You're listening to 2 Men On 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal. Welcome back to the program, Duke City. Welcome back to Two Men On. Welcome back to 95.9 FM, AM 610, The Sports Animal. The boys are live at Sadie's on 4th Street. I'm here nursing a hot toddy, trying to keep the vocal cords lubricated. And Zay lubricated his stomach with a big-ass plate of Christmas enchiladas with rice, with beans and papas. We don't do rice here at Sadie's. Excuse me. 505-246-0610. You got a hot take, we'll let you on the program. One of my all-time favorite callers and a guy I hope I see in New Orleans next week. Speech is on the line. Speech, what's happening, my dude?
How you doing?
I've been better, but I'm here.
No, I'm sorry I can't make it to New Orleans.
Bummer. We'll get you next time. What's on your mind, brother?
When they have the Super Bowl in California.
Next year, San Francisco.
I wanted to ask, in all your travels, where has the best food for you guys?
Oh, loaded question.
I mean, me personally, without a doubt, it's Italy.
Yeah.
The food. I had some carbonara.
Yeah.
We'll call it here carbonara.
Yeah.
But carbonara.
Now, what is that? Is that like a calzone?
No. So they do have those there as well, but it's a pasta, but it's like the way they make it. It's like egg based. But they use like an egg base. And this is honestly the only time I'll pass for egg that's not all the way cooked. I actually just got done telling Van 10 minutes ago I don't like any type of raw egg, but in that situation it's allowed. And there's like bacon bits in it as well. It's just so good.
Yeah, you cook the cured bacon fat, and then in the grease you fry an egg. Then you add the heavy cream into it, like salt, pepper, Parmesan, fresh garlic. Put it all together. Bam, that's a fresh carbonara.
Carbonara.
It's a carbonara. Forget about it. Speech, excellent question. Thank you so much. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, so it's a loaded question. My answer is right here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I think some of the best food in the world is right here. But other than Albuquerque, where I live, where I'm not exactly objective, I love Thai food. I love Vietnamese food. And I got to travel to that part of the world. So I would say Vietnam is the best food I've ever had. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So Albuquerque is better than Houston.
Well, okay. So the New Mexican cuisine, I would say, is better than Texan cuisine. But Houston has
probably everything.
3.5 million people. So every restaurant in the world you want is there. They have a big food culture. Obviously, Texas barbecue, Gulf seafood, et cetera, et cetera. And like it's a huge transplant city. People from all over the world go there. It's a port city. So everything you want is in Houston. It's like a southern Chicago. Like everything you want is there.
Uh-huh.
Now let me ask you guys this. I'm a big Minnesota Viking fan, and I've been up to Minnesota many of times. Have you ever had a Juicy Lucy?
I usually have to pay extra for a Juicy Lucy.
Not that kind.
No, I'm Googling it right now.
Lizards.
Go ahead.
Yeah, explain it.
No, Juicy Lucy. Okay, it's at a place called Maddie's in downtown Bloomington. It's 2 hamburger patties with cheese inside pressed together, and when you bite into it, it just explodes into your mouth, and it's really good.
Okay, now that I look at it, I've seen this. It's called different things in different places, but yeah, you put the cheese on the inside of the patty, you cook the patty.
Right.
Yeah.
I tried to make that at home one time.
On, what's that? Diners and Dives or whatever.
Yeah. Gay Ferrari, is that his name?
Yeah, the blonde hair guy.
Yeah, that one.
Now, I live in California, but I used to live in Nashville, and they got great ribs I
Yes.
love that.
That tracks.
And then I moved to Dallas. They have great steaks down there.
Yeah. Dallas takes their cow very seriously. For sure.
You know what recently
Now,
I like more is I like
okay.
bison burgers.
You're at a baseball game in Albuquerque. What's your go-to food?
Okay. So we partner with the Albuquerque Isotopes, one of the best family-friendly shows in town. We love the front office there, great people. So I'm there a lot. We do our show every Friday home game from the Isotopes Park. So I'm there a lot. So I've had it all. But if I'm only going to one game, it's veggie dog and a beer.
Veggie dog.
Veggie dog and a beer. Veggie brat if they have it, and a beer. But they have these yakisoba noodles with like tofu, and they're so spicy. They're only one little kiosk in the left field corner. They are absolutely fire. It's not good for like ballpark food. It's good for food anywhere. It's one of my favorite things I've had at a ballpark anywhere. The tofu yakisoba noodles at Isotopes Park. It's fantastic.
Now, have you ever gone to Dodger Stadium and had a Dodger dog?
I have, and you're not going to like the answer. Little overrated. It's just a long hot dog.
Well, in the
Veggie brat.
early 70s, when Farmer John used to make them, they were great. They were delicious. Nowadays, you're correct. They're not as good.
But like, I remember my first Dodger dog sitting second level right behind home plate, a little on the first base side. I remember my first bite of a Dodger dog like it was yesterday, not because the Dodger dog was so damn good, but because of the ambiance and the atmosphere and, seeing LA out behind the right field bleachers. It was just a really cool experience. So I think the Dodger dogs taste better there because you're at Dodger Stadium, not because they're delicious hot dogs.
Yes. Do you dip the dog into your beer?
I did once. Yeah, I did once. Yeah, I did once. Yeah,
With
for
the
sure.
bread or just the meat part?
You do both, for sure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. AIDS and digestion say.
We're casually Joey Chestnut at a baseball game.
For sure. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Speech.
Okay.
Besides Juicy Lucy's and besides Dodger dogs, what's your favorite cuisine?
My favorite, I'm a simple guy. I do comedy, and whenever I'm on the road and I'm visiting my friends, I'm always like, just drop me off at a sports bar. I'm easy. I eat just club sandwiches. I'm a regular guy. I just watch sports.
Just a chill guy.
There's a place here called Biggs where I would watch all the football games. They have a great buffet from 9 to 1, costs $25.
Hell of a deal.
It's good, but I'm just a simple guy. I mean, I don't like to eat a lot. My first, when I was married, yes, my wife, she liked to try Thai food and all that, and like, I'm just kind of a simple guy. Give me a burger. And
Nice.
fries,
Keep
and
it
I'm
simple.
okay.
Throw a tombstone pizza in the oven.
Friends of the show, check out Speech Impediment Man on YouTube or go out to the West Coast. Check out some of his comedy shows. A cool guy and
will do
a
that.
funny guy and obviously chill guy as well.
He's a chill dude.
There you
Speech,
go.
thanks for being a friend of the show. Speaking of friends of the show,
well, thank you. Talk to you later.
adios. Shout out to new friends of the show we met here at Sadie's on 4th Street. Raymond and Jennifer seem like lovely people.
Yes, they were. They were awesome people.
May old friends of the show also be new friends of the show.
And they're baseball fans.
And the baseball fans, which I immediately am attracted to.
Mhm.
You can make a lot of money sitting in a chair, and I'll tell you how when we get back. You're listening to 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal. This report. Welcome back to the program, Duke City. Welcome back to Two Men On. Welcome back to 95.9 FM and AM 610, the food war animal. As I guess I insulted Chicago cuisine, and I believe we have a friend of the show. Now, I said nothing negative about Chicago cuisine. I just said it was on par with Houston because they're both giant metropoli with access to food choices from all over the world.
Let's hear about it.
We got friend of the show, Joel, with us, Carlos.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
All right, Chicago, stand up. What you got to say?
Let's hear it, Joel.
Yeah, long-time listener, first-time caller here.
Oh.
I'm a little upset
I
that
think it's one of the super fans.
Bill Swirsky here. Pretty upset that Chicago food wasn't represented better, considering, you know, when I heard Zay talking, I'm like, oh, he's gonna come through. And then what he says, Italy? Italy?
Yeah.
You have deep dish pizza in Italy?
Well, if they were to see deep dish pizza in Italy, they would be ready to put us in jail.
Yeah, for sure.
But
it's called lasagna.
This is what I will say, though.
Tell them
I do have
the tomato comes from the Americas.
South America.
Tell them they're appropriating the tomato from the Americas.
I like
and
it.
They really have no room to talk.
Well, so
you know, going to Wrigley Field. And by the way, I love your idea about taking the chili to Chicago. You ready?
Hey,
wouldn't that be smart?
Chili-Cago.
Chili-Cago. Joel, I
like
see you.
Chili-Cago.
What I will say, Joel, is this: I do know someone that is like on like a work trip that's from Italy and came here to Chicago, and they approved of the deep dish pizza. They approved of it, but they got it from the best place to get it from, which was Lou Malnati's or Giordano's, both of them in Chicago. So it could have been kind of a cheat code, but deep dish pizza has passed the test to some of them, so it's competing.
Look, it's not pizza. Stop it. Rename deep dish pizza to something else. It's a pizza-inspired casserole. It is a marinara, cheese, and meat casserole. That's not pizza. You people, stop it.
It's pizza. It's pizza.
All right. Okay. So what? You got an Italian roll. You got deep dish pizza. Like, what else is Chicago going to represent?
It also, Joel, we're going to be
Portillo's.
Oh, okay. So Joel's really he's on to something. Portillo's,
the Italian beef.
That is fire from Portillo's. I always got the burgers from there. I think they are the only fast food that can compete with Five Guys. Portillo's, in my personal opinion.
Philly cheesesteak or a Portillo's steak sandwich? Which one?
I think the burger from Portillo's is better than the Five Guys burgers to me. But like, you can't.
Then we got the Chicago dogs. You got Chicago dogs.
Yes. You see, they got a lot going with those. I'm kind of more of a simple hot dog guy. They dress the hot dogs up like it's the main course meal.
You're still in that vegetables are gross stage, right?
Yeah, I'm crossing the bridge.
Chicago dog with the pickles, the onions, the
relish. That's why they put poppy seeds on Chicago dogs, because you have to be high on opiates to think that stuff is good. That's a disgusting combination of flavors. Chicago dog, overrated. Deep dish pizza, not pizza. The Italian beef, I'll give it to you. Good ass sandwich. All right. 1 out of 3 ain't bad. You're batting .333. You're on Tony Gwynn levels. Or no, excuse me. You're on Ryan Sandberg levels. You're doing great.
Joel, we got to get Van out to the Taste of Chicago. We got to get Van to the Taste of Chicago, Joel.
And here's the thing. Great Mexican food there, too, because the Mexicans there are from central Mexico, not the border, right? So it's a whole different slew of food there.
And they're open late.
Like, get all your Mexican food. Great Thai food. I went to college there. Amazing Thai restaurants all around the South Loop.
Oh yeah, and
I mean that's what I said when I compared Chicago to Houston. So like the big four: New York, LA, Chicago, Houston. Like there's millions and millions of people there, and hundreds of thousands of people from all over the world.
Chicken.
Huh?
Harold's Chicken. What you know about Harold?
Harold's special. They got the special sauce. You know what Chick-fil-A is known for their sauce? Harold would be good without the sauce, but they've got a sauce to go with it. But it's not anything like Chick-fil-A sauce. It's more like a sweet and sourish, barbecue-y. Is that a good way to explain it, Joel?
Dan, just so you know, not all Harolds are created equal.
Oh, that's also a fact.
The good ones.
You gotta if there's no
equal, you can get some really bad Harolds, you can get some really great Harolds.
I never realized, Joel, your hometown bias was this strong. Because you sound borderline irrational.
I'm not biased.
You're
It's
not
like,
making
you know,
any good points.
Like Michael Jordan's the greatest of all time. Yeah, it's biased, but it's also fact. All
Okay,
right?
well, that one, you can't just lump one true statement in with a bunch of false ones.
Here's the rule.
With false equivalency.
If there's no bulletproof glass in front of the cash registers, the food's not good enough.
Okay, hard agree, for sure. Yeah.
I think that Chicago has the best food sports combination nation.
Ooh.
As far as the food,
we got a hard Chicago rapper here.
Food, we can talk sports, but food sports combination, like around Wrigleyville, all the food you can get right there in a 1/3 mile radius, better than any other city.
Yeah, because your downtown is ugly and your weather's awful. You ain't got nothing else going for you besides food and sports.
The Cubs are pretty bad now, too. So,
Our women are pretty voluptuous.
Ooh.
Harsh winters.
Heavy on voluptuous. He's my kind of guy.
Keep you warm.
Yeah.
Joel likes a sturdy gal.
Voluptuous. Joel's a true Chicago guy.
Yeah.
you got to survive the lake winds.
Yes.
Warm. I mean, all those carbs are for a purpose, right?
I love it. Joel's officially my favorite.
Oh, my.
Joel, you did a very mediocre job representing your city. Thanks for the call. All right, so I swear to God, we're going to talk sports when we get back. we offended a Chicagonite. Is that what you call him?
Chicagoan.
Chicagozoid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would Dick guy say?
Yeah.
You know, he has his own brand of meat.
His own brand of meat?
Yeah, foot-long sausage. Dick's foot-long sausages.
Yeah, he's got a pretty fire restaurant out there, too.
Okay.
Mike Dick's restaurant downtown Chicago.
Mike Dick's foot-long sausages.
Whoa.
From legend alone, I would try it.
Mike Ditka foot-long sausages. This is a real thing.
That's what Stein said, yes.
He's a smart guy.
Careful when you say Ditka and sausage back to back.
He's a smart guy.
Hey, people are listening, Carlos. Be careful. When we get back, I will finally actually tell you how to make money from the seat of your chair, doing absolutely nothing. Millions and millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars.
Wow.
From a foldable chair. And I'll tell you how when we get back. You listen to 2 Men On 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
One hour in the books, 1 hour to go. The boys are live at Sadie's on 4th Street. Come get your enchilada on. Now, Carlos, I'm witnessing something very impressive here right now. 2 men on 95.9 FM, AM 610 Sports Animal. Carlos, I'm witnessing something very impressive here right now.
Let's hear it.
Zay Johnson. You know how they feed you here at Sadie's? They give you
big portion.
a big portion, proper plateful, usually spilling over the edges. Zay is halfway done with his second plate of enchiladas. He went in for another one, Carlos. Zay Johnson, you're a dude.
Yeah. Once
This
you get
is all I
going.
have
Once you get going, it's hard to stop. I keep in mind there was one point in my life. This is when I first got into junior college, and I went up to my defensive coordinator during lifts, and I was like, "What do I have to do to make sure?" Because he gave the whole threaten to redshirt you if you're not going to be on the playing field speech to everybody to kind of light the fire under everybody's butt. Get them going. I went to him in the weight room and I was like, so what do I have to do to ensure I won't get redshirted? And keep in mind, this is 3 months after I graduated. And the day before I graduated, I had stomach surgery. So I wasn't even supposed to be training at this time.
Did you say, what do I got to do to make sure I don't get redshirted? And then just immediately put on chapstick over your lips.
Happy birthday.
He's like, you need to put on about 20, 25 pounds.
Yo.
And I had maybe like a month to do so. So I did just that over the course. It didn't take me a month, but I got about 15 pounds. But then at one point, I gained 25 pounds in 3 months and lost body fat. And I was eating an absurd amount. The protein shit was a mass gainer I was taking.
Okay.
And there was over 2,000 calories per serving. And it was 6 scoops. And it was as thick as pancake batter. It was literally when I was drink the cup, I would have to do a chewing motion in order
get
to
it out.
continue. I wasn't able just to drink it. I was having to chew the pancake batter texture. And my roommates would just watch me in pain as I just lay on the table in pain. And they're like, why are you doing this to yourself? And I'm like, just trust me. It's only this hard now, but it'll get easier. And it did. So now I've cracked the code where whenever I need to, I can do it. I need to get in the hot dog eating contest.
Well, you should, because I'm legit impressed. These servings are gigantic. I don't finish a large plate. I order a small enchiladas, which is 3/4 the size of that. And I have one and I'm stuffed.
Yeah.
You're you eating 1 3/4 larges. This is impressive, Zay.
Yeah, I felt halfway
if you would have had Sadie's enchiladas when you're trying to bulk up, you could have gained 40 pounds, dude.
I would have been for the Lobos. I'd been playing for the Lobos, not New Mexico Highlands. And I tell you another thing. I finished the first plate. I felt about halfway full, and I waited about 5 minutes, and I felt that meter going down to about 30% full. So I was like, yep, nope, time for another one. So right now I'm sitting at 65%.
I'm impressed. I'm legit impressed.
Yeah.
Also, what I'm impressed with, and by the way, friend of the show, if you're my age, you've been around the block, you've seen get-rich schemes come and go, mid-level marketing.
Cutco knives.
Yeah, Cutco knives, Amway.
Pandora bracelet.
There you go.
Yeah.
All kinds of crazy stuff. I got one for you.
Life insurance.
This is probably the best one I've ever heard of. Be a 7-foot-tall Cameroonian basketball player. That is the greatest get-rich scheme you could ever concoct. All you have to do is have a really super deep voice like Andre the Giant. You never have to step onto the court once in your career. You just get to sit in a chair, put on super comfortable hoodie and tearaway pants, never play, and they will give you hundreds of millions of dollars.
Really?
Is this something you can get behind, Zay?
Yeah, I could. Nah, I just need to get to the 7-foot part. I'm 6 inches away. Huh. But
That's a lot.
Yeah, is it?
That's a lot.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Of course, I'm referring to Joel Embiid. So Joel
What a
Embiid,
guy.
in his career, has made $300 million.
Yeah.
He's played 446 games. He has missed 401 games. He's made almost $150 million sitting in a chair in sweatpants. It's one of the most impressive things in the history of sports I have ever seen.
You know, I always wondered if Joel would ever be able to play consistently, and it bothered me.
He did once.
Yes.
He won the MVP, and he has not done it since.
And even for the Olympics, I was surprised that he played as many games as he played, because I know he's notorious for sitting out. But during the Olympics, he was playing. He was giving it his all. So I thought maybe he's turning the corner. And then as soon as the Olympics end, he makes an announcement like, yeah, I'm not playing any back-to-backs next year. And it's like, whoa, so you care more about the gold medal than – I guess it's a smaller season. It's 12 games before the championship. So it's showing that he could if he wanted to. But I guess
the opportunity to play with Steph, I feel like, is more enticing than playing in the city like Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not wrong there. He's at it with the fans, too. He's like, everything I do for you guys, this is what you give me.
Yeah.
They're like, what do you – they're like, look, Joel, 40 with us.
If you're scoring from home, that's 47% of his games. He is creeping up. He is creeping up on 50%. He is creeping up on half. He is creeping up on 1 out of 2 games missed his whole career. This is insane. I don't know if you're scoring from home. 400 games missed. That is 10 games away from 5 full NBA seasons. That is nuts.
You know, if his doctor was like, say they saw x-rays and they're like, look, you know, this looks different than we're used to it looking. Looks like you need to take a break, or you need to take it easy, or this is going to happen in 5 years. I wonder if I think it's like HIPAA. You can't leak that type of information.
Sure. Yeah.
I wonder if that's the real reason, because he's been hurt so many times. You know, everybody's body's different.
Yeah.
What if it's like he physically, if they're saying like, look, if you push this thing too far, this is how much time you got left. Like at some point, this cartilage is going to be worn down, or this is going to happen. And then the arthritis is going to get worse. Who knows what it could be?
Sure.
I was told I have arthritis, and I'm 27 years old.
That's sad.
So it wouldn't shock me if Joel has it.
What year did he come into the league?
Probably like 2015.
Because I have something more impressive probably than
this
that.
is 10th year? His 9th year?
So Anthony Rendon, current player of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, signed with the Angels after the 2019 season, has been there since 2020. He has missed 408 games since the start of the 2021 season. And with Mike Trout, Rendon and 3-time AL MVP Mike Trout have been in the same lineup for only 118 games out of the 575 that he has been on this team. So he has been on the field for 20% of his career with the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. One of them which he strangled an Oakland A's fan
Yeah. I remember
after
that.
a game.
He deserved it though.
When did that
Like when you hear about this awful stuff about the Angels, doesn't it make you feel good to be an A's fan? God, that was hard to say. That was hard to say out loud. I couldn't finish.
No.
I'm so sorry.
It's the Angels, at least, they're bad and mediocre, but at least they're bad and mediocre in their same city. Yeah.
Look, whoever Joel Embiid's doctor is, kudos for you, because you're helping him continue to get the bag. If I was his doctor, I'd say, look, you've done this for 8 straight years. Like, just go for it, dude. Like, ride him till the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
But no, his doctor tells him, take breaks, rehab, take a couple weeks off, make sure that knee's okay, make sure that ankle's okay, make sure that foot's okay, make sure that wrist's okay, make sure that elbow's okay, make sure your hips are okay, whatever, because he's had everything. Yeah. Every single thing that could be wrong with a human being, Joel Embiid has had it in his NBA career. His doctor probably has very intimate meetings with him where he's like, hey, keep getting just a little bit injured over and over and over again. so you can keep getting that bag. Because if you have a career-ending injury, you're done.
Yeah, it'd be super easy to say, like, oh, well, these guys are competitors and, no one wants to be on the court more than they do. And they, they don't enjoy sitting out. But, look, that's true for maybe like college or high school. But when these guys are making millions, I don't know how much it actually bothers them. There's some guys who I think they're wired differently and they actually are bothered by not playing. But you got guys like Zion. You think it's killing him in his sleep that he's not playing as much as he should be playing? No, the only thing they care about the trash talk and the backlash more than not playing. Like it's the trash talk and the feedback they know they're going to get by not playing that gets guys like Joel Embiid to play on the court and back-to-backs, not the fact that he's letting the team down. He's like, okay, everyone's on my butt. Like, no one's leave me alone.
Sure.
Like,
yeah, they're more worried about the backlash on Twitter for them not playing and what their teammates think about them barely losing games when they would have made the difference over and over and over again.
Oh, well.
When we get back, we talk about some creepy dudes, and one of them is not Gilbert Sanchez, who will be joining us on the program. You're listening to Two Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal. Welcome back to 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal. The boys are live at Sadie's on 4th Street. And Sadie himself, Gilbert Sanchez, joining us on the program. Gilbert, Sadie is going to the Super Bowl again. How excited is Sadie?
Am I on? There we are.
Yes.
She's just traveling all over the United States.
Where can't you get Sadie's in the United States of America?
Ooh. Maybe Alaska.
Okay, Alaska's it. I like it.
Let's
You fly it over.
get the Super Bowl in Alaska so we can
Excellent.
over there.
So it's
You
not
fly
in
it-
Chicago.
You fly it to Hawaii.
Yes.
You just put it on like the same shipping container as all the spam that they eat.
You know, someone spent, I was telling the story yesterday, I think someone spent $300 maybe about a month ago to get a 12-pack of Sadie salsa shipped to Hawaii.
Worth it.
And I'm
Wow.
I am blessed for this. Thank you. But I don't know I think I was doing the math. It got it up to being like $33 a jar or something like that.
Again, worth
It
it.
is. I know it is.
So what if I buy a buddy a food truck back in Illinois?
Yep.
And I buy him a food truck and I say, hey, I'll be in charge of distributing the salsa and the green chili. You just run the food truck. I want to do a deal where I can just have Sadie's being pushed through Chicago, Illinois, and then all of a sudden, boom, you have a market. Chicago's top 3 in Mexican population.
Love it.
Sadie's goes to the Middle East.
Yeah.
Love it. The Middle East. Let's do it.
Yeah,
We're
yep.
ready to go everywhere.
You never seen a map? That's where Illinois, Missouri,
The Middle East
all of
of
that's in the Middle East of the
United
country.
States.
It's in the middle, slightly to the
We'll
east.
go to the Middle East of the world too, I guess.
Yeah.
Why is it
sure.
the Middle East?
I'm sure they'd rock with
Middle
it.
East.
The Arabias.
Yeah.
I think
they'd
so.
like it.
So last year at the Super Bowl, Sadie's was a hit. We we travel out with Teller Vodka, Safe House Distilling as well. Sadie's first time joining us last year, an absolute crusher. Because a lot of people are familiar with New Mexican green chili. Everyone knows New Mexican salsa is the best, and a lot of people already had a understanding of Sadie's. But what I enjoyed the most are the people who haven't had it before, and they got to take that first bite, and it was immediately like eyes wide open. Just you could tell from the second it hit their palate, they're like, "Oh, this is different."
It's like a smelling salt, I guess. Right, the football guys are used to smelling salt.
Yeah.
This is a good smelling salt, if you will. It just wakes up your taste buds. Yeah, you guys had a great time down there. My favorite WWE wrestler, Seth Rollins, was there, and you got to
good
have
dude.
him try our
For the
our
second
salsa.
time.
Yeah, so that was exciting. So, yeah, hopefully we get to show off to some awesome people down there in New Orleans.
We booked some wrestlers again, so be excited.
All right. All right.
WWE and AEW.
Yes.
So get excited for that.
Can you name drop? No.
I'll tell you their names when I download the spreadsheet because I don't know who these people are. That's not my department.
If
The only
if
time-
Mark Holloway's on there, I'm taking out a loan to get to New Orleans.
All I know about is baseball, hip hop, and the first 4 seasons of The Wire. I don't know anything else in the world.
If I see Undertaker on this live stream next week, I am buying a same day flight to New Orleans. And
You can
guys
get
need
there
to hold
pretty
them
quick.
hostage. Yeah, you guys need to hold them hostage until I get there.
It's kind of pricey right now.
Yeah. That's all right. You know I'm swimming in cash. over
Oh,
here,
for sure.
Producing at the studio.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. The Pro Bowl games is going on, and it's the QB challenge right now. I'll definitely watch highlights of this later. And Russell Wilson is just like straight up embarrassing himself.
Is he really? This is usually his thing. He was like, he's the original.
Embarrassment?
Usually with the he's good at staying at the 50, throw the ball to the trash can and sit in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, he barely beat rookie Drake May. Like barely.
Russ, he's back there. He's just patting everybody in the back, telling everybody, good job.
Just happy to be here.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm about to be a free agent. Can I play for your team? Hey, you guys want You guys want an over the hill quarterback?
What do they make for go? They make some money for going to the Pro Bowl, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
They get bonuses and
Oh,
they get bonuses to bring out their family and everything. So it's a whole vacay for everyone.
See, he's just truly happy to be there.
I'm so glad they brought this back because this is like the quarterback skills competition. This is easily the most fun thing of the whole weekend.
Yeah. Now there's two winners they're showing right there: Mike Evans and Baker Mayfield.
Those are your dudes,
Those are my
man.
guys.
How excited are you?
I'm over the loss to the Commanders now, and just looking forward to it. How about our offensive coordinators, Khan? I didn't know he was that much of a weirdo. Holy moly!
Whoa, what did he do? Oh, okay.
Wow!
Oh, what a weirdo,
Holy
dude.
moly! How do we win with that guy?
Speaking of weirdo,
What's worse? Just speaking of Russell Wilson, Broncos country,
Let's ride. That's right.
or Duval.
that's a good impersonation.
What is
That's
worse?
good.
I think Broncos Nation Let's Ride is right now it's worse, especially in hindsight because of how that went. Like they didn't ride anywhere.
But they I think they wanted Russell to do like he was doing a promotion.
Yeah.
Like, this Cohen dude was just being weird.
Correct. I think he's just a genuinely weird dude.
Yeah.
But if you're like an offensive mastermind and like you're creating new offensive schemes that no one's seen before,
It'll be like a little mastermind.
go for it. Be a weirdo.
It's a given. I
Yeah,
guess that's going to happen.
Mike McDaniel, he's a weirdo. Yeah, he's a weirdo.
Yeah.
That's true. I like Mike.
He's one season from turning into Riff Raff. The rapper, not the guy from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Sean McVay, he gave a kind of weirdo vibe, so he grew the beard out.
For sure.
Yeah, he got the beard now. That's all Kellen Moore needs. Kellen Moore grows a little
He
beard.
started taking that Miami life a little too seriously. Drinking them nose beers every night. Your boy Baker Mayfield off to a good start here. Gilbert Sanchez of
Yeah.
Sadie's.
I mean, when nobody's coming at you, you just got to throw the ball. This is where Baker.
Do you think he's just picturing Mike Evans? Or is he
Yeah,
actually
definitely.
looking at the targets?
Definitely. See, stuff like this, a guy like Tom Brady could roll out of bed and be a master.
Do this.
Yeah. He just had to be motivated enough.
What talent?
He's got this in 2 out of 3 of his mansions.
Like if he could see Peyton Manning, go out there and get a high score, and then he went out right after.
Oh,
he'd lock
yeah.
in. He'd lock in.
For sure.
But if it was just him by himself, he went first, he'd be average.
Well, I'm glad he's so good at football because Tom Brady is not that great on commentary.
You don't think so?
He had a whole season to warm up, and I think he is still not as good as Greg Olson.
But he's
Yeah, he's
doing
not-
a great job as an owner.
As an owner, though,
Doing
yes.
a great job.
Yes.
Very, very happy with
He already bagged Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
Probably going to trade for Geno Smith and DK
God.
Metcalf
Oh.
tomorrow.
Oh.
If DK Metcalf to their aid, that would be families.
Gilly, what's the hotness at Sadie's on 4th Street, my friend?
A lot of stuff coming up. Actually, I'm glad you asked. Obviously, the place to be to get your queso and your guac
Yeah, baby.
for the big game.
Oh, yeah.
We'd say big game.
The guac here is perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, you can say big game.
I'd say big game. Okay.
Also,
Just making
we
sure change.
we air it on this station.
We're allowed to say
so-
Super Bowl.
yeah,
100%. We're like the only station that can't say Super
can-
Bowl.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
but you can say big game if
I'm
you
going to
want.
say big. Oh, I just don't want anybody.
Because
to get
you're
in
a
trouble.
representative of Sadie's. So
That's true.
Sadie's
Listen,
can't.
let's
but
make
two
sure-
men on can.
I can't. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ha ha.
That's not.
Yeah.
What do I
Here,
gotta
hold
pay
on.
you to say? What do I gotta pay
Lean
you?
forward. Let me knight you.
I'm knighted to say
For the next 5 minutes,
No, I'll say
sir,
big
you
game.
may say Super Bowl.
I'll follow the rules. I don't want any
Yeah.
FAA fines or
You're
no, it's not
allegedly
FAA.
Gilbert. You're allegedly Gilbert.
Yes.
Just in case.
Yeah, I'm not even.
Yeah, disclaimer.
Yeah, I don't want to get fired.
Yeah, this is a
Um,
Copenhagen.
Yeah, for the big game.
Yeah.
Come get your queso. Come get your guac.
Salsa, New
Salsa,
Mexico
duh,
standard.
Duh. Yeah,
The guac is perfect as well.
we'd love for you to enjoy some Sadie salsa during the big game. Beyond that, before that, actually, we have a fun little event on next Saturday. So the day before the big game,
Okay.
we're having a little hoedown in the patio.
Oh, I'm
That's
in.
right. I had you at where?
Yeah, for sure.
You had me at down.
Okay, good. Ho down. One word there. Yeah, come on down. Enjoy some.
You're just going to cover the patio floor with straw. Only can come in with it $2 off cover if you wear a flannel, like that kind of thing.
That's right. Something like
Yeah,
that. Something
okay.
like that. Yeah, so come on down. You dance your heart away. Wear your what they call boots, turd kickers.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wear your turd kickers.
Is that what you're gonna?
Scoot them boots over here.
Again, I don't want to get fined by saying any word I shouldn't say here.
Thank you for that also.
Yeah.
Although,
You're far away from the line. I gotta give you.
No, you're fantastic.
yeah, I don't really tread the line too much there.
So
anyway,
win to win.
that is going to be Saturday. Is that the 7th? Super Bowl's on.
The 8th.
The big game is on the 8th.
Uh-huh.
Gosh, Jordan, I thought I was going to make the whole segment with that. I didn't finish it, though.
All good.
Super Bowl?
Superb owl.
Yeah.
Yeah, Super Bowl.
Yeah, didn't say it. Yeah, so it's the 7th. I believe we're going to be getting started at 6 until there's no more hay left on the. Is that what it is?
Okay.
Alfalfa? What do we put on the floor?
You can do peanut shell soup if you
Peanut
want.
shells,
I think
yeah.
that's acceptable.
Good old Logan Roadhouse.
Yeah.
That's right, until your cowboy hat falls off. That's how long
I have
it'll
two
go
of them.
until- Perfect. Well, you can bring.
Two.
Well, no, you won't be here. You'll be at the big game.
I got a dress cowboy hat and I got a chorin cowboy hat.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Beyond that, if I still have time here,
Of
you
course,
tell
you
me
have all
if
the
I'm
time you
ready.
want.
And now I actually have fun stuff to promote. Brinner in the Village. You know what Brinner is?
No, tell me.
Brinner. Now you take dinner.
Okay.
Okay.
You mix it with, come on, guys,
Skinner.
God, I hope
breakfast.
breakfast. Yes. Okay.
You put them together,
All right.
and you have a night at Sadie's here.
Breakfast for dinner.
Breakfast for dinner. So it's a paired dinner. You can go onto our website right now, sadiesnewmexico.com. We're doing some fun stuff like a Scotch egg, which I don't know too much about a Scotch egg.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
The words are coming together, but I feel like I'm not on the same page.
You're still
I'm
You put Scotch and
familiar.
egg. Okay. Now is it?
It's a culinary delight.
it's an experience that you need to go
Okay.
on. It's
I'm
a
thinking-
journey.
I'm thinking it's like Scotch with an egg like yolk inside of it or something.
Well, no. Scotch is in the traditional Scottish way.
Where you're saying take
the
the yolk out?
country, not the liquor.
Okay.
It's traditional Scottish way to prepare an egg.
We could try that. I mean,
Yeah.
we can do
You're gonna
that.
have Scotch on the side.
There's an amazing fancy French toast that's going to be on the menu. It's going to be coated in some fancy breakfast cereal.
Yo.
Yeah, delicious.
I
Tried
think I
it
know
the
where
other
you're
day.
going with that. I like it.
A carne with a hash on the menu and a delightful breakfast cake. It's a flourless white breakfast cake with maple cream cheese
And I'm
frosting.
assuming
Ooh.
all this deliciousness is limited seating.
Got to get a ticket.
You can't just show up.
Don't show up. Please don't just show up. Go to the website.
Don't.
Get a ticket.
Listen, Burkano. Listen, Duke citizen. Get tickets ahead of time. Don't
Do it.
just show up.
Don't do it. This is not a Lobo game where you just get to show up
Right.
the day of the game.
What do you mean you're sold out, bro?
We like to do that. I am included. I will show up the day of and buy a ticket. It just means something more to buy at the box office. We won't allow that here. Got to order it ahead of time. We are
Anybody
pairing
there?
with some delicious
Hello.
cocktails as well. So you're going to really enjoy it. Yeah, Brinner in the Village. I guess I should say when that date is.
Yeah, the date and time is very important as well. You can sign up on the website, of course. for
Yep, February 27th, 6 p.m.
that. Ooh.
You'll
I
be
think
there.
I'm free.
Are you here?
I think I'm
You ready
free.
for my date?
Yeah, I'd love to.
My wife doesn't want to be seen in public with me, so I guess you can come with me.
Nice.
Carlos, I think we had a hiccup on the feed. How much of Gilbert's delicious Brenner diatribe did we miss?
Nothing. Everything was on it. Sorry for the confusion. It was the they connected to the Comrex over at Sandia.
Rude.
So I was able to. I have
okay.
them in use. That's what
Okay.
it was. So my apologies for that.
Understood. Yeah, Lobo
Okay.
talk after at 6.
Yeah, Lobo Talk after it.
Ooh.
Sandia Sports Bar. So that's my
Okay, I'm
apologies.
glad they're getting warmed up. We appreciate them, getting the reps in. Gilbert, Mr. Everything here at Sadie's on 4th Street, going to the Super Bowl next week. But for those who aren't, what days should they come here to Sadie's?
Come here on obviously the hoedown on Saturday.
Hoedown.
Come here for that.
You'll see Zay.
The our Sadie's on 4th Street. We close a little early on Super Bowl
big game Sunday. And so come on before the big game. Get all your party needs. Come get some chicken wings. We have some delicious red chili chicken wings you can come get. Take back to your house. Salsa, guac, queso. Or if you get all three, that would be
Squeso.
Squeso mole.
Yeah.
Squeso mole.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to come up with that.
Yeah. Salsa mole.
Guacas. Yeah.
Remind me the 3 words again. Salsa, guac,
and queso.
Correct.
Queso.
You shop that out during the commercial break.
Yep.
And when we get back, more sports and sports adjacent talk. Gilbert Sanchez of Sadie's, thank you so much for joining us again.
Always a pleasure.
I'm super excited to take smoking hot cartoon Sadie's to New Orleans next week.
She's going to shine.
Sports and sports adjacent content when we get back. 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal.
This report is...
You didn't like the shout out, Carlisle? What's going on?
$100 to swing.
What are we doing here? Come on.
Limited time offer for new clients. Participating local
They say they can never hear me. Then all of a sudden they can hear me when I press the talk back button. I don't know.
I'll combine.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, they're not in queue right now either, so we're good.
I have the salsa and the chili.
Intersection. I-40 slowly.
Yeah, I can hear you perfect. I talked to JJ. He has nothing for me on my end. Figured out how to use the skimmer and talked to Chase today, so I'll email Chase the stuff after the show.
Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home.
Sounds good. All right.
Store or online at AmericanHome.com.
Taking you out of queue.
Toledo from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The total is climbing, but is there value on the under? I'm Sammy Peak, here to help you beat the books with BetQL. We still have over a week to talk about the big game, but there was an early move up on the total. It's now sitting 49.5, and the BetQL model sees an opportunity to go under. BetQL under 49.5 is a 5-star best bet. I'm Sammy P. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetQL and BetMGM app.
Hey, nice job, Pete. I like those clean lines. Fellas, do we have anyone that can get to Greenport today?
At Corey's Landscaping, the staffing plan is in the weeds.
Anthony, we need that leaf blower over here. 3 more new customer requests just came in. We want to work some overtime.
He needs to dig up quality landscapers and fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-242-1551. That's 800-242-1551. 800-242-1551.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group. Welcome to TGL, presented by SoFi. Golf's newest league, live on ESPN and ESPN Plus. It's 2 hours of hammer dropping, playoffs on the line, golf, Tiger, Rory, and more of the best from the PGA Tour, split into 16. Learn more at TGLGolf.com. Tune in every week for TGL matches. Keep up, it's golf.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? I think my battery's dead. With free battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road.
Get in zone,
So what if I need a new one? We have the right Duralast battery for you. Only
Do
at
Justin
AutoZone.
Tucker when we get back.
Get in zone,
And what about my old battery? We can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply. It's football season, and now you can get anything you need for game day delivered with Uber Eats. Well, almost anything. You can't get a running back, but baby back ribs? Yes. Uber Eats, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL.
And paid for by RFA Cancellation. Attention timeshare owners. If you need to get rid of your timeshare for any reason, please listen to the following message. Getting out of a timeshare commitment is not easy, and it takes time. But we specialize in helping consumers legally get rid of their expensive timeshares forever.
This
Can't
is
get
funny.
The vacation dates that
The
work for you?
receiver thing?
Maybe you felt taken advantage
Catching
of
it with the whole
with a
hands?
timeshare. Maybe you just can't continue to shoulder those monthly payments any longer. If you need to eliminate your timeshare commitment, then you need to take down this
Oh.
number, 800-823-1687. We will safely and legally get rid of your timeshare payments forever, all with a 100% satisfaction guarantee.
Oh,
Don't
speaking of
continue
Peyton,
to
he's
let your
out there.
timeshare be a financial
He's
burden to you
everywhere.
and your loved
He
ones.
is. He literally
Call us
is.
now
Give me
at
a day off, White Snoop.
800-823-1687. The call is free. The consultation is free. Call 800-823-1687. That's 800-823-1687. Again, 800-823-1687.
Justin Jefferson's like a young
Caesars
Enzo.
Sportsbook is
But
taking
better.
over at Route 66 Casino Hotel. Place your bets today. Get your kicks.
The Jim Rome Show live every weekday at 1 on 95.9 FM and AM 610.
What a day over here at Sadie's on 4th Street. Welcome back to 2 Men On. Welcome back to 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal. I just finished my hot toddy. I think my throat is going to make it through this 2-hour program. Once the program is over, we send it straight over to Lobo Talk a little cherry and silver with OG friend of the show, Rob Portnoy. It's a good program.
Great program.
You've produced it before, right, Zay?
Yeah, many times.
Yeah. Good. It's informative.
Yeah.
It's fun. The crowd is engaged.
Yeah.
And if you've never been to Sandia Sports Bar, it's a good place to be.
It's a really good scenery too when you go in there. You never really know until you go in.
I went and saw our friends at Sandia Sports Bar and Sportsbook last Friday. I got a little skin in the game for championship weekend.
Nice.
And I went over on my tickets.
What?
My Washington. I had Washington plus 6.5. I had Buffalo plus 3.5. That one hit, but I had it in a 2-ticket teaser. And Washington got demolished so bad.
Yeah.
The rest of those teaser points didn't help out.
You know, I was sitting in my job at I work at the office bar, and there's these group of guys that are in there. And one of them, I went to the bathroom and I heard two of them in there talking. He's like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "So Washington, they lost. So they lost me $50K, but I also took the over on total points for $50K. So I struck even." He's like, "Oh, we're all good." And I'm like, I turned around like $50K. And he's like, "Yeah." And then I heard from one of the other security guards, he like owns a bunch of hotels. So then he's like comes up to me again. And I was like, "You seem upset. Did you lose any money?" He's like, "No, I won $70K." But I'm like, hold on. Mine just take out $25K for me so I can get my dream car, right? Get my Cadillac real fast, and then continue to go about your life, and you'll forget it ever happened.
So
better had a good tip for that one, man. Good.
Yeah,
a lot of the times sports bettors say, "I bet 5 units. I put 3 units and a teaser unit on this, whatever."
Okay.
And you have no idea how much one of their units is. For me, one of my units when I gamble is $20.
Yeah, like a
and I will not bet more than 5 units unless I'm way in the black on a weekend of football or a calendar week of baseball, et cetera, et cetera. For who you're talking about, their 5 units might have been $10K a pop, and he had 10 units out there. So it's $100K out there. So it's different. Like with your betting spread, it's not like a guy, and I don't know the situation, obviously, but also I think I do know who you're talking about. I can't wait to ask you after the segment. So it's not like, and I'm assuming here, I'm making some logical leaps.
He's very sociable, so you probably do know exactly what I'm talking about.
It's not like he bet his last 100K.
Yeah.
He's got it to lose.
Exactly.
For sure. He's comfortable betting that amount, and he's okay with losing that amount.
Yes.
That's why he's betting that amount.
Do not recommend if you are not able to do such thing. But you could tell just because they're all laughing about it, and I'm like, that's what really was getting me. I'm like, this is like a tip of the iceberg type of thing. This guy's betting $50K, and you put it on Washington, you had a lot to lose because Washington was not favored versus Philly. Nor was there any logical reason to put forth $50,000 on. I guess he just took the +6.
Yeah.
So I
thought the +6 was a lock. You know, if if Washington didn't give up those 3 fumbles and that 1 interception,
3 touchdowns to say,
3 touchdowns off of 3 turnovers, it would have been a significantly closer game, and that +6 would have been looking real sexy. Washington didn't turn the ball over a lot all year. They didn't turn the ball over literally once in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. That +6.5 was my lock. Absolute lock.
Lock like Justin Tucker used to be type of lock?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Justin Tucker, Baltimore Ravens kicker, allegedly committed a series of sexual assaults, inappropriate sexual behavior. I don't know the law of the land in Maryland, what it's going to be actually called. But again, allegedly, reports are coming out that Justin Tucker pulled a full-blown Deshaun Watson and pulled his junk out on massage therapist and asked for sexual favors from massage therapist and just got weird. Guys, stop. You're handsome, multi-millionaire professional athletes. You can get anyone you want. You don't have to be a creep with a massage therapist. What is going on?
See, they just got a hold of the wrong tapes too early in their lifetime. So now they're just scarred. And they just, they want to be like that one little movie they saw when they were 11 years old that they shouldn't have been watching when Dad went to sleep.
You think that's what this is? You think planting that seed when they were children?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Because the same point you just made, they can get anything they want. So why do you get a rise out of that unless there's just some type of just fantasy you've had since you were a little kid?
All right, this is not an easy read here, but let me fill you in on some of the
allegations. Ravens kicker Justin Tucker engaged in inappropriate behavior at 4 high-end spas and wellness centers in the Baltimore region, according to 6 massage therapists, including exposing his genitals, brushing 2 of them with his exposed penis, and leaving what they believe to be ejaculate on the massage table after 3 of his treatments.
What's that?
2 spas say they banned Tucker. He denies the bans and the behavior that the women say has left them emotionally scarred. AFC North. Come on, AFC North. Do better. Dude.
Go back to the rivalries. We like the rivalries better. Guys, we'll take the late hits. Look, Vontae's perfect. We're sorry. We thought you were the problem with the division.
Yeah, for real. Also,
think about it.
You suck too, but just not as bad.
Yeah. Deshaun Watson.
And again, at this point, this is all alleged. But it's Deshaun Watson,
his
Antonio Brown.
S tier bad.
That's Deshaun Watson's another level.
Yeah, Antonio Brown is bad. He's just a
Antonio
guy.
Brown, also another level. Justin Tucker, is this a squeeze?
Yeah.
Is this a blackmail job that went awry? I don't know. But people willing to make this public and talk about it this openly, to me, there's some legitimacy. Also, 6 different therapists at 4 different spas. This is a little.
Oh, it was 6 different. I thought it was just 2. Another thing is.
I'm sorry. Yeah, 6 different massage therapists at 2 different spas.
Oh, okay.
Multiple different instances.
Okay.
Ranging from 2012 to 2016.
Yeah, not the best looking. Nowadays,
if it was 6 months ago and you're lawyering up and you're trying to figure stuff out, I understand. I get it. I support you.
But you sat through the whole Deshaun Watson case, and none of you guys decided this was a perfect opportunity to throw in.
2012 was a long time ago.
That's a very, 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 very
2012.
long time ago.
Allegedly, this happened from 2012. From 2012 to 2016.
Oh my goodness! Great.
Yeah, it's a very, very. Nowadays, beforehand, it used to just be automatic. Crucify the guy, but nowadays if the man's found innocent, sometimes some of them are coming back for revenge. Okay, now that 100%. I can't get what I now that you've ruined everything I had, now I'm going to turn this back on you and sue you because I can't get my life back.
Trevor Bauer is the example for the class.
Yeah,
he is not a sexual predator. He is a creep. There's a huge difference. He is Trevor Bauer is not a sexual predator. He's into some weird stuff.
He's
Like,
a weirdo.
all right, we're all entitled to our own kinks. I am not going to kink shame anyone on this program, nor will I ever. Let your freak flag fly, friends of the show.
Within
Van
the rules.
doesn't care. But Trevor Bauer had to go through this too, and he was, completely exonerated, found innocent. But his name was so tarnished, he's a top 10, top 20 pitcher in baseball, can't get a job.
Really?
Just
Back in
because of
Japan.
all it. Yeah.
Just signed a deal back with the Yokohama Bay Star.
Yeah, played in Mexico for a year. Now he's going to Japan.
Remember that guy from Baylor, Sean Oakman, that had that picture go viral?
Sure.
He was just looking like an action figure, and he had the super cool helmet, and he was just humongous. A lot of people wonder what happened to him. Like, oh, he was a bust. He was supposed to be this, and he wasn't. He got hit with one of those cases where a girl was trying to take him out, and it took like a year or two for him to be finally found innocent, and it was just too late. So now he's playing in like the XFL and like one of those extended leagues. Because also like a mental toll, and me personally, I think that's what made Zeke lose his spark. He was that guy until Roger Goodell kept suspending him, unsuspending him, suspending him, unsuspending him. Then he got suspended, and he came back, and he was never the same. And I feel like mentally, it's like, okay, yes, I guess innocent, the judge says, but like publicly, I'll never be looked at the same. Like publicly, I'm done for. So it's like, why even try as hard? Like, I'm not that guy anymore, so why work like that guy?
Yeah, I agree. And it's hard to bounce back from, because whether it doesn't matter what happens in the court of law, if it's been in the court of public opinion long enough,
it's over.
You're stained forever.
Yeah, it's over. Now, with that being said, we can't put any type of label on this Justin Tucker situation, because he could very well be guilty of what that's accused.
For sure. Yeah. Also, it could be completely innocent, and this is a money grab, et cetera, et cetera. Also, why did you wait 8 years to have
That's
this come out?
always a big one.
It's weird. Yeah. But
I'm curious to know the statute of
AFC North, what do you guys have going on? From Big Ben to Deshaun Watson, now Justin Tucker. What's next for the Bengals?
Big Ben.
Who's coming out for the Bengals,
Joe Burrow,
dude?
please don't.
It ain't going to be Joe Burrow.
If Joe
That's for
Burrow
sure.
goes down, there's going to be an outrage. All the same girls who go to Starbucks are going to be. Is there going to be a whole TikTok trend? Free Joe Burrow. You thought the Luigi guy was bad?
Oh man,
let Joe Burrow go down.
All right,
let Joe Burrow go down.
This will be an ongoing story here on the program. Recently, all-around good guy, opera singer Justin Tucker.
Really?
Do you know that? He's an opera singer in the offseason, Justin Tucker. All right, we'll be covering this more as more information comes out. We wrap up the program when we get back. A little Jimmy Butler talk to close out the program before we send you to Lobo Talk. You're listening to 2 Men On 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal.
This report.
Welcome back to the program, Duke City. Welcome back to Two Men On. Welcome back to 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal. Joining us on the program, Mrs. Everything at Cumulus Promotions, Mandy Vaquera. Welcome.
Hello.
Okay, we got a big event tomorrow.
We
How
do.
can the friends of the show help?
We got a blood drive. We're doing a blood drive at American Home Furnishing Mattress Plus off of Comanche and I-25. Tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. to 6 or 7 p.m. You guys will be there at till 7, but they're taking walk-ins till 6. But you can still sign up.
What's the biggest bag of blood I could bring? Quart size, gallon size?
I don't know. You probably gotta check that when you get there.
Okay, are we doing human blood only?
Human blood only.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
And
gonna
we
say.
have power blood, something called power blood.
Yeah.
But I'm not tall enough.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Fred has that. He's got the special universal donor blood.
There you go.
He always gives double. Come check us out. We'll be doing the program American Home tomorrow for the blood drive. I'll be giving blood. Fred will be giving blood. Zay?
Age limit 16 and up. No, if you're 16, you got to have mom or dad sign.
Okay.
Above 16, you're in the clear.
And over 18, you're adult. Do what you want. Okay. Excellent. Mandy, thanks for the info. Thanks for hanging out with us at Sadie's.
Yep. See you there tomorrow.
Zay Johnson, good job today.
Thank you. 4 enchiladas deep. I feel wonderful.
I'm impressed. Zay had 2 large enchilada plates at Sadie's tonight. That's a real dude right there. Carlos, back at the studio. You doing Lobo Talk after this?
Yes, sir. Lobo Talk. Tune in to JJ Buck. He'll be with Coach Patino and Coach Bradbury. So tune in right after the show, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
That's a trio of talented dudes. Friend of the show out there, roll up your sleeves and go give some blood tomorrow at American Home. We'll be hanging out with you. Stay safe out there. Love ya, Burke.
So man, she with all of that. That's why we never call her back. She see me like a